the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan. Before we came on air, this New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Miami Dolphins. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. They'll run with a second-year man from ASU, Kalen Ballage. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Tackle made that time by Dalvin Tomlinson. Then he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
That was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Looking to throw on second down. Rosen. Going to throw right side here. Complete. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Play action now. Mariota. He'll buy some time right. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Throwing again on second down. Mariota got his man complete over the middle. It's Hodges. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. To throw Mariota. It's complete to Golden Tate. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. A lot of eyes on Golden Tate this year to see if he can take over some of the production that OBJ had before he got shipped to Cleveland. You know, Beckham had 1,000-yard seasons 4 of his 5 years in New York. Golden Tate struggled at the end of last year in Philadelphia, but he had a really good run in Detroit, including 3,000-yard seasons in the middle of this decade. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Now this is fielded in the end zone. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Dolphins' drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
And all the way down to the 42. It's a big play there for Miami, and even 50 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. A carry for one inside the 35. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and 1, Rosen. On the crossing route, complete. That's Hall. Coming into the week, he's the NFL's leader in receiving yards. There's his first catch, and it's good for a 1st down. Rosen now already at 150 yards passing, and we're still in the first quarter. It's 1st and 10. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Bryce Love, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question, down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. A throw left side to start the drive is complete, and he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Ball on the 30, they'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Mariota to throw it. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
And now the throw here is incomplete, and with that, we come to the end of the first quarter of play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Single. One.
They'll throw again. Mariota looking deep downfield. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Mariota again. Looking for Tate, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. Room here to run. 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami.
What you just saw there, first-round talent, second year, even more success. A pick 6 for a touchdown.
A great play. And it's tough for these guys, you've told me before, to adjust in the secondary as a first-year guy. So that sophomore season is big for them.
They really start to expand the playbook for them even more. Sometimes they dumb it down a little bit to make them comfortable year 1. By year 2, they should have all the nuances, and now they've adjusted to the speed of NFL play as well.
Showed right there. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores combination.
I think you just called it. I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mariota. And that going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Mariota. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Over the middle here to Brown. And getting this just shy in midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again. Percent throwing it, not so hot, but he does have a 1st down. Mariota. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing is Mariota. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Mariota. And Tate's got it. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 25-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On first down, Scott. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Tackled that time by Jerome Baker out of Ohio State. Throwing on 2nd down. Mariota. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. And now it's Rosen looking. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45.
And, Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Charles Harris in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Taking it about the 16. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And it'll be Dolphin football.
At their own 46-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive.
Monday. Hug. Hey, exit.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. Becoming just the 2nd player with 30 touchdowns in a single year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Bryant's extra point up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Third and long here for Mariota. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Raekwon McMillan, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Here's Brian Anger now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10.
Middle.
They'll look to throw on 1st down with Josh Rosen. He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A big play there, with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season, as his guys continue to pour it on. Here's Bryant for the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half.
Makes the score Dolphins 34, Giants nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 23-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. Second and 10 now from the 27.
Watch the curl. One. Mike, 55. Check.
Exit.
Now Mariota. It's complete to Brown, right side. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Go. Three. 55, Mike, 55. Hey, eat. Watch the out. Buds. Mike, 55.
Final play of the half here. Mariota. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Here we go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in there.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Man, I got you. Check, 55 to Mariota.
Throwing, Mariota. Able to shake him off. And he can't get away. Mariota goes down, and that is going to be a safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. Going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford anymore at this point. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect.
Pressure comes and down goes Rosen. Lorenzo Carter able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Throw left side complete. It's Hall. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Hey, alert, alert. Hey, alert, alert.
From the gun, it's Rosen. Uncorks one for Davis. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there, with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Bryant now to tack on the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Dolphins 43, Giants nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough, because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, You need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things, and I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Here's Mariota. And his throw's going to be incomplete. With the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way. That's made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield.
Looking for Tate, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
Monday.
Check that. We got Mike 52 right here. Mike 52.
You.
Bravo.
Check 52's the mic. Check 52's
Monday.
After the interception, here's Rosen. And he rifles one incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
5-2 is the Mike. Mike 5-2. Mike 5-2.
From midfield now, here's Rosen. He will find Davis on the left side, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
They'll run with Love. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
He's got the 1st down inside the 10. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
This is one of those plays that could go either way, but we've seen the influence of the college game now in the NFL, where we're seeing more and more of these plays run, and that one went for a big gain.
I got one.
Kill. Turn up. Kill.
Here's a run with Balaj. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Kalen Balaj, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys continue to pour it on. Here's Bryant for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line.
We all know that teams never want to use the word panic, but if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown.
It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose, and this is picked up by the Dolphins. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. Second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The offense back out there at the line ready for their next drive. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago they were in the exact situation, but their first play. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. On first down, here's Love. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Monday. 80 weapons.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Bryce Love, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead.
Giants nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Three. 46 to Mike. 46 to Mike. Or big. For you. 46, boys. 46. 46 to Mike.
Play action now. Mariota. Corey Coleman. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And it's for pride now, but the Giants do get a bit closer. And oh my goodness, this is nowhere close. Well to the right and no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants side of the field. It's a big play there for Miami. Well, hello. I mean, it took him a while to get him a rep, but that's quite an introduction to this game.
And not just hello. How about goodbye to the defense as he went past him? Big-time run on his first carry of the game.
Throwing now, Rosen on 1st down. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense, because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point, because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. 1st down, Mariota. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.